Welcome, welcome, chimneys. Come on in. My name is Zee, your high vibrational spicy brains, overall wellness and comfort creator coach here on the Vibe and on all platforms. I'm so glad that you guys are here, and this week especially because we are here combining everything that we've been doing for the last few weeks and really relishing into it and making sure that we're applying those things. So welcome, come on in. You have beamed up to good healing frequency and beautiful, beautiful, comforting vibes. And I'm so glad that you guys are here. This week, we've been refining and implementing flow through movement and skills to help strengthen our knowledge, our resources, relating to overall wellness, focusing on financial and social emotional layers to it. And we've also been using dancing and mindfulness throughout the other weeks and movement through all the weeks to release stress and reset energy. We're going to be giving the body, of course, a little flowy week this week with light movement and exercise the nervous system and the brain. Okay, so we're going to be doing lower intensity activities, really working and pouring into other areas in our cups so that we know that we are taking care of ourselves through and through and overall. Okay, tonight we're definitely tapping into the strength and frequency of flowing, of course, affirming with our words as we do, and getting into some through affirming and learning within. Okay, flowing through abundance, reviewing journal prompts, the prompts that we've been working through, asserting emotional and financial wellness through our skills. Okay, with talking to self in a positive way, and giving self tips, with resources through the movement as well. We are moving gently, lightly, peacefully, okay, gracefully. We're giving yourself, right, pace, okay, and making sure that there's space. All right, you're giving yourself space here in your heart and around your environment, okay, and also for your body, okay, for reflection and your grounding. We're going to use the same skills we've been using for the past few weeks, okay? And this is going to help, to tap into shifting into that energy to help resetting and adding more assertiveness to action internally, right? Recalibrating the mind, showing up for self, releasing more stress that we've developed throughout the week and you want to let go, elevating self-confidence and that sense of financial security and peace through affirmations and positive talk back to self, right? Positive communication back to self. As I always say, release what doesn't serve you. Okay, what no longer serves you, what no longer aligns with you, what no longer you want to be attached to, and things. You're able to give space, right? You have to make sure that you are giving space to self to release those things. You don't want to carry those things. Of course, the hashtags we are using this weekend, as always, we use stress release confidence, dance fitness, wellness fitness journey, TikTok live, mind, body strong, and financial wellness literacy, however you want to interchange and use it. Okay, we're gonna get into reflection topics. Okay, what skills do you feel most confident using throughout the day, throughout the time, right now? What is one tool, emotional, physical, or financial, that you can use more often into your routine? And how can you turn your daily routines into moments of empowerment? Okay, so you want to make sure you're giving yourself that space for those reflective prompts. And those are questions you want to keep on asking yourself. These are questions that you want to touch base with the ones that we've done yesterday and previously. Okay, and making sure you're holding yourself accountable. You guys know what time it is. It's time for some affirmations. Ooh, 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 ooh. You guys know we love speaking good. Talk to yourself nice, okay? All right, here we go. I trust myself to use the tools I have been given. I am learning how to support myself emotionally and financially. I am confident in my ability to grow and adapt. And that can go in any area, okay? Go and adapt in your cups, yourself, wherever it feels comfortable. My skills are valuable and I'm allowed to improve them. I am in charge of my peace, not my problem. I added that one again because I just love that one. You are in charge of your peace, not your problem. I move with purpose, peace, and intention. I am building strength not pressure. Ooh. Pressure to others, but not pressure to yourself, okay? And what I mean by pressure to others is like those people who are like really playing with you, okay? Don't be giving pressure to people who are treating you nice, okay? Okay? Abundance grows when I mature myself, right? Nurture myself. And when you nurture yourself, again, through words, through giving yourself mindfulness, to giving yourself space to grow in learning in other areas and tools. Some things might not be working now, so you might have to like use other skills and tools to get yourself out of situation, or enhance or tweak something that you've been building on or projecting on already, right? So you want to make sure you're nurturing yourself, okay? Every step I take is a form of self-respect. Yes. That's enough said right there. I don't have to like go further into that, okay? I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back. Every step I take, all right, is a form of self-respect. I always come with the old songy songs, Throat chakra had to clear out a little bit, Jimmy's, Of course, you can find these mantras in the books that I have provided at the showcase. You guys can find them in the showcase here on TikTok and other places. But again, makes it easier for you guys to get into them. Again, we also use but my damn mind won't let me. We're also using Confessions of a Credit Junkie, and also Budgeting 101 and Don't Believe Everything You Think. You can find these books across everywhere and anywhere. But again, you can find most of them on my showcase. Hey guys, emotional support wellness journal prompts. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to really sit in with. Of course, the ones that we've been doing in the past. These are the ones that you want to add even further. Build up your journal prompts, and you can cycle through these as many times as you can. You can reference them as many times as you can. This is why it's important for you guys to take notes, or watch the replays. Make sure you're connected with me in places so that you guys can get a deeper thing with more resources and information with it. All right, guys. So one of the prompts: when I feel overwhelmed, what practice helps me return to balance? Really sit on that, right? Think of something. What gets you back into your alignment? How can I create emotional safety within my own routines, right? I spoke to you guys and I've told you guys in my list, I always put a few mindfulness throughout my list. Whether it's reading, whether it's meditating, whether it's making sure I have a snack and I'm just sitting with self and just, taking in just a few moments, body scanning, making sure that those are the ways that I treat myself back to balance. But to anybody and to everybody could be different. And other ways that I've taught you guys and I've given you guys resources on, which was, like you guys can take a walk, you guys can paint, you guys can do, sing, I sometimes dance as well. I'll sometimes sing, to clear the throat chakra, or you get into a little project or a hobby that helps calm the balance, right? Helps calm the mood. And what affirmation today has hit you the hardest and why? So if you've sat on any affirmations, or you've sat any affirmations with us in the past, right? And one of them stuck out to you, like today and yesterday, right? My peace, I am responsible for my peace, not my problems, right? Right? That one stuck out to me because, again, in a few books that I've already read conjunctively together, right? Because that's another thing. I always read like 5 books at the same time because they all have to do with the same thing. So I always I'll be giving myself school. So, they all mention, right? Get out of the state of suffering, get out of the state of mind, right? So again, I always tell you, you got to sit in that positive feeling, right? Sit in that positive affirmation. That affirmation that stuck out to me, because I'm like, yeah, that's right. You know what? When you sit in those heavy, emotional, clouded feelings, you don't see the solutions because you are so heavily refined and focused on the problem, when the problem is not even your responsibility. It's supposed to be your peace. What's the solution to that, right? So that's why when you go back and sit back and try to think of, oh wow, if I would have been in a calmer state, maybe I would have seen these things and it would have been a little bit better of a situation. That's what it means to reflect, right? And that's what you learn from. That's what it means from understanding, you know what, but that happened. That ain't gonna happen. I understand. I learned. Apply. You know? So those are some of the prompts that you want to add on to the ones that we've been doing for the last few weeks, okay? All right, let's get into the financial wellness tips, okay? The tie-ins, the tie-ins that we've been talking about. All right, financial mindful living, all right? What financial skill or habit are you proud of developing for the last few weeks, for the last few days, the last week, the last 2-3 weeks that we've been doing? We've been tying in financial wellness, because I always tell you guys I tie, overall wellness also includes financial wellness because that is a cup, right? In the cups that you need to fill in. So what financial skill or habit are you proud of developing? And how can you connect that confidence in your finances with the confidence within yourself, right? So how can you connect it all together? Do you give yourself an incentive at the end to make you feel that, or do you sit with it, or how we've been doing, sit before you do something so that you can collectively understand, this is what I have to do, this is my task. At times I have to do that, or at times my husband is reminding me like, hey babe, don't side mission, like, things like that. So how can I be confident in making sure that I catch myself so I don't get into those side missions, right? And connect it into the wellness. And again, abundance can be in all forms, right? So when we speak about financial and wellness and abundance here, we speak about it in time, energy, and finances, of course, and then other places and spaces that you can apply these things. And then what small, consistent habit could you add this week to support your financial wellness, right? I've been giving you guys plenty and more. You guys have a whole bunch to pick out from. You can pick out your own. You can do a mix of some stuff, cycle through them. But what is a consistent habit that you guys can apply so that you are able to continue on with your routine, with your projects? So again, been doing the list. I've been making sure that I knock out my list. Boom. And I've been very consistent. I've been so consistent for the last year and a half or so. I've been super, super consistent now for the last 9 months. Okay. 10 months. Okay. So it's been really straightforward. So again, apply that consistency, see where you can like really muster that, and apply that confidence into that consistency, because the consistency pushes up more of that confidence, because you're seeing that, you're like, oh wow, I'm progressing, this is good, I see where I'm growing, I'm seeing what I'm doing. And guess what? It's gonna give you that confidence to keep going, that boost, that push. Okay. Hey Cherry, thank you. How are you feeling? And of course, I wanna read something from the budget 101 book here, okay, to you guys. Some myth busters, okay? There's some myth busters floating around. Myths are for other people. No, myths are for everybody. Myths are for myths and budgets. The myths of the budgets are for, with saying, oh, they're for other people, that's for rich people. No. Budgeting is for everybody. Budgeting is a form of self-care. And I want more people to understand that. I want more people to get away from the stigma of like, oh, budgeting puts so much stress. No, it's supposed to be a self-care tool. I'd rather know where my finances and things are happening than, oh my goodness. And I've been on that end. So again, budgeting and financial wellness is a self-care tool. Hello, right? Hello. All right. And people who say budgets are too stressful. No. When you have a plan, when you have some tools, when you have some guidance, and you have that confidence, and you have that consistency, and you have that support. No, it is not. No, it is not. You need to be highly detailed to budget. No, you do not. Sometimes you just need 3 to 5 steps to do it. And I teach it all, 3 to 5 steps. We're going to get into that tomorrow. To the next one. Budgets mean cutting back on fun. No, it does not. You guys see I have hella fun with my husband and my kids. We always make it work. I always tell people just budget everything. Even your fun and leisure. Yes, 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 yes. And it's not restricting. You put the budget, you put the number that feels comfortable, okay? You be realistic. And then little by little, when you start seeing other places averaging down that you don't have to put so much things to, and you see other places and spaces that you see averaging up, you're going to be like, wow, I can, boom, put more things. Okay? Going over budget blows up everything. No, it does not. I tell you guys that. A budget is not linear. It is like this because it is supposed to fit your realistic financial picture. That's why you're supposed to do it in pencil. That's the beauty of it, okay? Because you're able to make sure that it fits your peace, okay? It empowers your peace. Budgets are time hogs. No, just set aside 15 to 20 minutes. I like to take my, I like to be, very detailed, take my time, but for chimneys who are like on the go, 15 to 20 minutes. Once a week, twice a month, however. But it'll do you good because you know where everything's at and set it up, right? Set it up. And again, choose an affirmation that you guys can cycle through. While you're doing this, you sit and you say that affirmation before you do your budgeting. Then you do your 3 in the morning, you write it, 6 in the afternoon, 9 in the evening, and that's whichever. I remember, sit in it. I always tell you guys, sit in it. Write something nice to yourself, and a nice little journal prompt, a gratitude prompt, something that speaks and resonates well to you, and you're like, oh, you know what? I feel good about this. I know that it's gonna be, it's gonna make me feel good. I feel in so much gratitude. Make sure that it makes you feel in gratitude, okay? And take your time when you're doing these things, chimneys. Take your time. Don't beat yourself up if things don't come right at the moment. These are times to take your time. All right. Take your mindful breaks. Hydrate. All right. Listen to your body signals. If you get stuck on something when you're doing it, whether it's something that we're doing here, a pose, or something that we're doing here, or you're on your own and you're trying out any tools, and you get stuck, take some time. Back up. Give yourself space. Be like, I need some breather. Right? And then remember, vibe responsibly and have fun through it. Yes, like I tell you guys, having fun through it, it is a part of the whole process, okay? Giving yourself space. We are here. Yes, Jimmy, welcome. How you feeling? We're about to do some movement. You can do this movement on the chair. You can do the sitting down. We did some workplace desk movement yesterday, and we're gonna do some more tomorrow. While we're doing our financial literacy live as well So welcome, chimneys. Remember, guys, make sure that you guys are giving yourself space, grace, and pace. You're giving yourself time. And when I tell you guys, pick an affirmation, pick one that makes you feel good. Really feel it. You really are envisioning yourself. You're channeling that feeling. You're sitting in that vision, okay? When I tell you guys, yes. And you want to make sure that you are literally putting yourself in that good emotion. So yes, I do that, and then I incorporate my movement and stuff, Mimi, okay? Yes, I do my movement and my emotional, social, emotional, intelligence and fitness and wellness on top of the physical and all that stuff with it. So it's the overall wellness coming in. Oh, of course, my love. I know, my love. Get that rest. Alright, guys, so tonight we're doing a flow through abundance number 2, okay? So this one has a few different poses and movements incorporated to them. Remember, I want you guys to, again, when you guys are envisioning that affirmation, that visualization, that soft life, you need to feel it. Like Abraham Hicks says, you need to either feel it for 17 seconds and really sit with it, or like Genevieve Davis says, 15 to 30 minutes when you're on your own and you're sitting down and you're visualizing, and then you just leave it. You let it out into the universe and you just let it there, because you're flowing in that state even after that meditative state or that stretch or that movement or whatever activity that you're doing, and you're intentionally putting those visions and those feelings through that activity. Okay, so remember, we're putting action into internal movement and physicality. We're going into the metaphysical parts of it. Okay, you guys are really channeling the quantum physics of it. I told you guys 8 to 12 feet. Okay, el corazón, the heart reaches out 8 to 12 feet outward, and that's what channels that energetic field, that quantum field. And that's why it tells they tell you, smile. Giving a smile, it's infectious, spreading that good vibe, because it is. It's scientifically backed. Okay, if you guys want to learn more, go check out. Okay, so I put my sites there. All right, so again, you want to make sure that when you're envisioning that, you're just extending that feeling, and you're literally putting it 12 feet out there. Okay, and even further, sending it out. And then when we're done with this activity, you're still in that feeling. Okay, it just doesn't end after we're done. You're still sitting in that feeling. You know that it happened. You know that you asked source for it. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get into it. We're centering our breaths. All right, make sure that you are sitting down. We're gonna hold our hand over our heart. Okay, the heart chakra right here. Okay, 8 to 12 feet, and then one over the solar plexus as our intuition. Okay, that's where you feel that shit. Okay, you feel it. You want to make sure that you are sitting yourself, right? So envision whatever that is. Me, I'm sitting in my dance wellness studio. Every time we're sitting here, that's what I'm doing, and I get closer and closer to it, closer, cause I'm there already. I feel it. And just breathe in, inhale through the nose. And then exhale. If you're planning to write a book, envision yourself at your desk, outlining, drafting, calling up publishers, editors. You're slowly creating your vision. If you are on the way of house hunting and you are searching for your dream house, take a walk in the neighborhood. Envision it. Smell the trees, smell the flowers. If it's a trip that you've been wanting to take, you're already there, Jimmy. You've already done the action. Now it's time to rest. I know your body is anxious. You need to give it rest so that you enjoy the experience itself. Breathe it in through the nose and breathe it out. Exhaling through the mouth. And let's affirm. I am safe. I am grounded. I am open to receive abundance in all forms. And sit in that, Jimmy's. Your body should start feeling nice and relaxed. Separate the hands. Place them on the knees. And then bring up that arm. And bring up the other arm. Chest tall. Breathe in, breathe out. Releasing that tension off the shoulders and down your obliques and your back. Release it down and we're going to reset. Okay, guys, make sure that you guys are bringing it down to the mat and then bring it back up. And chest out and hold. Just let it flow down, Jimmy's. Feeling nice and gently. And as you release, repeat. I release all tension. I let ease and flow move through me. Yes, Jimmy's feeling at ease. We're going to do breathing flies. And remember, open up. Hold. And then bring it down. Bring it up. Hold it there, Jimmy. And then bring it down. Make sure you're breathing through it. Push outward. Ooh, nice and gently. And then bring it back up. And slowly bring it down. And repeat, I radiate confidence. I move with love and purpose. Open the chest, push out that heart. And then bring it back, yes. Sending it out to the universe right there. We're going to go into side to side. And just bring it side and hold. 5, 2, 1. And then stretch it out. And then hold it there. Hold it, hold it. And when we go into the next one, we're going to stretch up, okay? And then bring it back up. Stretching upward, right? We're going to set it up. Yes. Yup. And then bringing it back and doing the same for the opposite side. Okay, remember, set it up. Use the other hand for support. And then bring it up. And then bring it back down. And affirm. As we go into pigeon stretch, I am flexible in my body and mind. I trust the process of my growth. We're going to go into a modified pigeon stretch. We're going to go into the bend, forward, and hold. Bring it up. And push that hip down and hold. And as we go to the other side, we're going to repeat that affirmation again. All right. Open up that hip nicely and bring it up. Switching over, I am flexible in my body and mind. I trust the process of my growth. Again, bringing it to that side and then bending forward to stretch out. Hold it there, Jimmys. And then bring it up. We're going to push that hip in. Yes. And then bring it up. And we're going to go and soften the knees, okay? You're going to soften the knees. We're going to go into a peanut Sweden. So we're going to grab onto a grounding position. And just sit your roots onto the mat. Push it towards into the mat. Hold it there, Jimmys. And in 3 seconds, we're going to switch and bring it up slowly. And bring it down. And then we're going to repeat other side. And then bring it down, Jimmys. Hold it there. I release. what no longer serves me. I am grounded in peace. Hold it there, Jimmy. Remember, pushing in with that root. Okay. And really slowly. And we're going to sit into it, back into that motion, and bring it back into lotus position. Yes, Jimmy's. We're going to work on that little bit of that visualization as we were talking about, as we coming into our last few pieces to this activity. Visualize a golden light pouring into your crown. Right? So even if you just gotta make the light yourself, right? Just pouring into your crown. And feel it until your body feels more confident, in peace. I am confident in my path. Abundance flows easily and freely to me. I am aligned with peace, purpose, and prosperity. Alright guys, bring palms and in front of heart. Taking those deep breaths in. Really feeling that warmth, that gentleness, that calmness, that peace. Yes, I know you feel it. And close this activity with this affirmation and keep the feeling within. Choose. I am abundant, balanced, and free. And release. Yes, Jimmy. Great job, Jimmys. How are you guys feeling? This is the perfect time to take this opportunity to check how your body's feeling. Do a little quick check on how you felt before and compare it to how you feel it now and how you feel emotionally, mentally, physically, metaphysically, however. And check in with self. You guys can take a few extra breaths. Take some water in, okay? Remember, hydrate. That's my third bottle of water, guys, of the day. Sit with self for a little bit longer and really check in. How does your body feel? Relaxed, calm, without tension? Do you feel that you can step into a project, maybe even now, and get into it? Do you feel tired and ready to go to bed? Whatever the feeling is, Jimmy, I hope it brought you a sense of wellness. Here are some quick mindfulness practices for you guys, okay? You guys can do them late in the evening, after the live, or early in the morning, before. You're gonna pause, breathe, and respond. Again, take three deep breaths. Inhale with confidence. And exhale, peace. Inhale, confidence. And exhale, tension. Inhale, calmness. And exhale, stress. Visualize the thing that you want and keep visualizing it, right? Just as a little reminder, but not to make you feel any type of despair, but more so of that feeling of, I know I'm there already. Remember, whatever we affirmed, we left it there, out into the universe, and we are flowing in this state, okay? This state of emotion. Repeat the affirmations gently to yourselves, out loud, in the mind, for a few minutes, whichever affirmations you feel comfortable with. An example, I trust my timing, my process, my growth, something about that area. And then gently body scan yourself, making sure that you release all the tension, you're releasing all the tension, and you're feeling well within self. Remember, Chimneys, confidence isn't just a switch, okay? It's a skill, it's a practice, it's something that you grow and develop and flow into. You already had it, okay? You just gotta tap into it and relish it, okay? Every time you use your tools, whether it's meditation, journaling, budgeting, dancing, or just breathing your thoughts, sitting with them, working through them, cleaning through them, you're building that confidence in muscle memory, not only in your brain, but within self, in the nervous system, in the body, physically, kinetically, emotionally, mentally. But you're building it within that whole area, and you're telling your subconscious, this is the command I want to give it, and this is what we're going to do. This is how I feel, and I want everything to reprogram itself. And it takes time. Remember, when you're reprogramming the computer, it doesn't just happen. You have to let the files and everything load and download and upload. So it's the same thing. You have to give yourself space, grace, and pace to do all that shit, okay? So today, give yourself credit for being here. You're doing the work. You're learning the tools. You're growing in real time. You're seeing yourself develop into a person that you knew that was there this whole time. You just needed a little bit of guidance, a little bit of support, a little bit of space to feel seen, heard, felt, so that you grow into that person that you know you were already. Okay, you're letting go of that timeline that no longer serves you, so that you can step into the timeline that does serve you, and furthermore. Okay, and make sure that you guys dive deeper into building that self-confidence through wellness and daily abundance and money rituals, overall wellness rituals, okay? Check the links and the resources that I have provided for you guys. You guys have that whole It's like a whole checklist. I provided a checklist for you guys as well, so you guys can go down the tools and, you know, see what you guys can nitpick or use all of them, use some, or create your own as well, so that you're able to follow along with it as well. Jimmys, I love you. I feel you. I see you. Okay? Always. And I see you in flow, Jimmys. Stay grounded, right? Stay growing. Keep shining and burning bright with that passion that you know that you have deep down inside. All right? And use your tools and your truth. Okay? So, sit in that vibe, Jimmys. Make sure. Alright? And as always, if today is different, you know what to do. Leave your comments and your experiences all over. Sprinkle them all over in the comments. Let me know how you guys feeling, what you guys rock with, what you guys love seeing. When you guys see my stuff on FRP, you guys going to share my stuff. Thank you so much for being here, Jimmys. I love you guys. And as always, take your mindfulness breaks, hydrate, listen to that body, and get that rest. Much love, Jimmys. I love you.